Try streaming and recording at the same time. Figured out how to have music on stream and on my end but not on recording.
No, 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 do not do it. Do not do it, do not. Just download the VOD. What's the issue with downloading VODs, bro? Do not record. It's going to put a lot of stress on the SSD. Like, the game, streaming, and recording. The temperatures are going to be really high, but try it.
Oh, alright.
No, try it. I want to see the end result. I mean, you do have a good GPU, so it can handle. Should be able to handle it.
VOD is gonna look trash, bro. Bitrate is literal doo-doo.
Oh man. Try recording and that. Try both things. Also, do tell me, how did you separate the music from the recordings?
The Wizardus will fry his PC if he does that.
No, I already tried it with GTX 1650. It worked for me.
We cooking SSD with this one, boys.
Yeah, you got it right. That's what's gonna happen. It's going to affect the GPU because of the encoding, but the SSD, it's going to end up fried. And that is true. I tried recording plus streaming with the GTX, my older GPU. Everything went well, but after like a few weeks or maybe one or 2 months later, the SSD died.
How much is a new SSD if it now gets fried, Fanko?
If you are going for like 256GB or SSD, that costs around 500.
Oh, okay, then not gonna do it.
No, try it. For once. Just one time. I want to see how the recording looks. Because I myself do it. Like thinking of doing it. Like 250GB SSD cost around $25. 500GB SSD.
I got 2TB SSD and it's pretty fast.
500GB SSD is around I think $35 or $32 here. And if you're going for 1TB, it's $70. I do have 2TB SSD as well, but I use big brain stuff, so I don't have one single SSD. I have multiple SSDs. 500GB one and 250GB 4, and then I got 500GB of NVMe. That's in the motherboard.
MMMH, you kinda scared me now, lol.
Nah, do it.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Do it like once or only once. Don't even do it twice. SSDs have a drawback. They are fast, but they have limited rights. Like
Fry it for Hacker DS.
there are certain things like write speed and something. So it can write a limited numbers of time on the SSD. So you can write stuff on the SSD for a limited number, like 2000, 3000, 4000. They have a limited lifespan, and after that you have to discard them because they will give you errors or they will straight up die. You can't forever use SSDs like you can use HDDs.
Let him buy you a new SSD if it now gets fried.
It's not going to fry in one try.
Yeah, my brother told me that.
Yeah, so consider do not installing and uninstalling games like every other day, because you know it will die eventually. So try to minimize that. And also, if you are going to keep recordings or like save VODs and stuff, and fuck that race, if you are going to do that, then do it in a separate SSD. Do not do it in your 2TB SSD. Get a 250GB cheap SSD.
Sub and Zyra dance.
What the hell? Get a cheap $30 SSD and do all the recordings and stuff in that one, because you'll be deleting a lot of data. Oh, what the fuck was that, bro? the fuck? Do all this stuff in that SSD because of the writing. In the SSD in which I keep all my VODs, recordings, raw footage, and the end footage that is finished. That SSD is dying. It's literally dead. I don't know how it's working right now, but it is dead. I know. It gave up like a month ago.
Oh fuck, I got all pictures and videos on the 2TB SSD, not really smart.
That's why you should have at least one or two multiple SSD for work purpose. I have my 500GB SSD is dying. And not dying, it's dead. I don't know how it's working. It is really slow now because of the read write thing. And I kept all the data in that SSD, so it's almost dead now.
At least it's working, lol.
No, they do work. They work. But after a certain time, the speed, you know, you'll see the difference in the speed. How fast is your PC booting up? How fast is scoping stuff, launching games? You'll see that in that. You'll see the changes. They don't die like after having a lot of read and write. They slowly die. They slowly give up. Just like an old man. First, it will become slower and slower day by day. Your system will start to, you know, stutter, lag, hang, whatever you want to call it. And then it will give you random boot, you know, random reboots. And when you'll check in the event viewer, it will show you error in some SSDs in the SSD, and after that it will totally stop working. I'm telling you all from my experience because I have spent a lot of money in all that stuff. I have read a lot of
Windows
SSD.
is another SSD, a 500GB where I install only programs that I need every time.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. If you should keep Windows separate, a games SSD separate, and another separate SSD where where you keep your VODs, footage, raw footages, and the edited footage.
Yes, that's what I do.
Yeah, if that's what you do, then it's all good. But do not game and keep the VODs in the same one. That's bad. That's what I'm saying. I have literally killed 3 SSDs, 3 SSDs of 250GB each in like a year. Now you know why I don't have a lot of money saved up. I always make some mistake, and then I spend money on it, try to fixing it. I have also messed up some HDDs as well, but HDD die a lot later than SSD.
Butcher is even funnier.
I know.